So it's John here, and welcome to another video. I saw today an interesting article on Google, and it was about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has tried to look at League One for next season and come up with its own predicted table. Now, I'm gonna have three computers open, so do be careful. I am trying to make this as balanced as possible, and it's not my ideas, guys. These are not my positions. These are purely from the artificial intelligence article, which in my case came from the Yorkshire Post. In 24th, they've got Crawley Town. Now, that obviously matches up with certain bookmakers. So we're going to have a quick look at the bookmakers, how they're looking at it, how we've seen it in the past few weeks, and how we've seen the transfers go. That would match up quite nicely. Northampton Town, they have in 23rd. That's actually a lot lower than what they have been for quite a while. So Northampton Town in 23rd. Probably the first, not shock, but it's certainly a different view on things. Is Exeter City in 22nd. So Exeter City, who for a lot of bookies have been out of it for a while, just outside of that bottom four, they've got them in 22nd. They've lost a couple of players. Let's see whether it manages to come out like the AI is indeed suggesting. So we go into the next page. And in 21st, we have Leyton Orient. Now, I know that is definitely one team that I've not seen in the bottom four. And they've sort of hovered around that sort of lower, that sort of lower mid-table third of the table for a while with people's different predictions. So that's quite interesting. Well, the bookies are about halfway as well, so yeah, that's interesting. So both Exeter and Leyton Orient are with the bookmakers about almost on the same odds, whereas here they're in the bottom. In 20th position we have Cambridge United. Now Cambridge United, that's not too dissimilar from where people have been putting them, to be quite honest. So we can move out from that, and we can move out of the relegation, and we go into 19th. Well out of it, into 19th. And we got surviving. So actually, yeah, we've got Cambridge surviving. Not too far from where they were. Shrewsbury Town in 19th. That's an improvement on what they've constantly been in that bottom 2 or 3 with most people and with most betting companies. So that's actually quite interesting. They've shifted the bottom few around, so I'm starting to see a few little changes down there. In 18th position, we have Bristol Rovers. Now, Bristol Rovers are one of those teams that they have actually been active in the market. And I sort of look at this and I think 18th, that's quite low for a team that most people are thinking are really right in the middle of that in the middle of that division. However, their boss, is not particularly liked by some of the players, and he wasn't when he was at Rotherham either. So I do think there may be some form of there's bits I could agree with on that, but I wouldn't have thought the AI would pick up on the managerial side of things. Usually it tries to work out the styles of play and the formats that they usually play in. So back on the next page we go. 17th, Mansfield. That's interesting. Yeah, not too far from the bookies' point of view. I thought they might do a little bit better than that. But yeah, in 17th position they have Mansfield. In 16th, a team that's been sort of a little bit stagnant, Burton Albion, and I can't deny that's probably a decent call from AI. In 15th, one of the teams that obviously lost their manager just before the end of the season last year, but we're doing really well. Will it make a big difference to the team? They have lost a couple in the window already, so yeah, but it could do. It's in 15th position, Stevenage. I mean, actually, they're actually higher than what the bookies are saying. 14th, they have Lincoln City. Now, this is interesting. In 14th, we have Lincoln City. Let's just reaffirm the bookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the bookies have re-pulled those odds right back now. They were really low odds. Apparently, someone said that nobody had been betting on them, so they dropped them. Not my words. Someone else from a betting company. And now they've gone back down to almost where they were before at the beginning of the season. So now these people are saying that the AI is now pushing them back further towards that sort of midpoint and just past it, which is quite interesting. We go into the last position in the bottom half, which is Reading in 13th. Now, I would usually see Wigan along with Reading. And the betting companies are putting them a little bit lower down than that. So they're thinking Reading is going to have a decent season. Sort of slightly better than what people are thinking. In 11th, we've got Blackpool. Now, that's interesting. That's the first time I've seen anybody put Reading not next to Wigan. Most people think they're quite equal as far as abilities. So that's interesting. So in 12th, we have Stockport County. They have to come in somewhere. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10th in Sky Bet. They're 12th in the artificial intelligence. I don't think that's too different. Blackpool in 11th. And again, that's they've got the Sky Bet have got Blackpool just above Stockport, so that's probably going along with the bookies there. I have not put these here. It is artificial intelligence. Please do not give me a thumbs down, Birmingham fans. This is why I had to read this one out. Artificial intelligence has in 10th place Birmingham City. Does silence sort of cover that? I think even people who are fans of teams that don't support or even don't like Birmingham fans would find that that's a little bit odd. I'd love to know the calculations and the intelligence behind this, because I find that quite interesting. It's almost laughably interesting. And I had to cover it, guys. I really did. Because in 10th position, Birmingham City. So we go on to the next place and leave poor old Birmingham City out of the top 6. And we go into 9th place. And this is where they put Wigan. So now, Wigan is the team that they see have made enough changes and enough style changes and enough format changes and personnel changes to be able to drive themselves higher than what people really think they can really achieve. So in ninth position, they've got Wigan Athletic. Then we come to eighth position, and we start getting into the teams that should really be in the top there. But we actually put in now a team that the bookies have in the bottom half, and I think that this team could pull out a bit of a shock. It is possible. They're certainly not done badly in the they've not lost masses amount of players and not replaced anybody and caused upset for the fans. I don't think. In eighth position, we have Wycombe Wanderers, and I find that quite good. That's quite interesting. That's something I could understand. In seventh place, we have a team that bookies have slightly higher than this, but the top end is so chocker that we now get into those teams that are probably difficult to judge aside each other, even for artificial intelligence. And in seventh place, we have Charlton Athletic. In sixth place, we have, and I think they've had a good season, a good close season so far. In sixth place, a team that I've had a few comments, a little bit of a conversation through the comments of the last few weeks actually, with Peterborough fans, and they never intended keeping the same squad. Apparently, or it sounds like they never really intended keeping the same squad. They keep getting into the playoffs. They keep losing it. Get into the playoffs, keep losing it. They're wanting something different. They're wanting to get rid of even the good players. Before the captain was mentioned, as far as transfer wise, I had at least two of them say to me, the captain's going, for instance, because we need to change the style completely, not just a little bit, completely. So Peterborough in sixth is a slight push forward. They've been sort of hanging around there outside that top six, and I think it's because people are sort of seeing it. Oh, they're getting rid of all the good players. They're being bought by other people like Birmingham. You think, wow, amazing. But when you look at the style and class that they're bringing in and how they play, artificial intelligence has had a look and said, you know something, Peterborough United, sixth place. On to the next page. And we go up from sixth into fifth. And this is a team that I initially said, sort out the defence and they'll do quite well. Well, in fifth, they believe this team will this year sort out that defence and be able to at least hold their own against that top six, which I think is really remarkable. And I think they can do it. In fifth, they have Barnsley. Now, in fourth, this is a really, really difficult one because I've not seen anything massive from them in the market. They have been there. They have been getting players in. I just think that there's been no key signing, and unfortunately, they have in fourth place Wrexham. I think it's a bit of a finger in the air job this year or next term with this, because it could be it could go either way. They've not blasted the marketplace like we were expecting them to do. Instead, it's been a gentle we'll put our feelers out, and quite often they've been rejected, and sometimes they've got the player they wanted. Marquee signing, not really. I think they have a good chance of finishing fourth, to be honest. And what else can I say? The odds put them in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Where are they? Blimey. No, they're down there. First, second, third, fourth. Yeah, they're in fourth on Sky Bet. Right, straight past them. So they're equal. They're agreeing with Sky Bet. In third, those top three, they're seeing missing out on automatic promotion once again. In third place, they have Bolton Wanderers. Bolton are of course second, quite often a clear second behind Birmingham in the odds. Here, artificial intelligence saying not quite where they think they are as far as team format and what have you. But the AI, and it is only AI has gone through the styles and class and formations and worked out that they're likely to finish in third. Bolton Wanderers, third position. So we only have two left, and my team's one of them. So you've got Huddersfield Town in second, and they have done a lot better than I thought. There's been a lot of talk on the internet and on the radio about the way the fair play rules work out, and I think they were talking about Manchester United and Everton only today on the radio, and TalkSport was saying, yeah, the problem is you get a massively rich owner nowadays, and you cannot just pump in money because it's against fair play. You can only pump in a certain amount, and you can only pump it in a certain way. You can't just give it to them. Like Rotherham's owner used to give money via his company into the marketing budget, boom, straight away, bang. And a few years ago, he decided, I can't do that. So now the money that comes in is not sponsorship; it's interest-free loans, and there's ways of doing it. So having a rich owner doesn't necessarily mean that you can call yourself a rich club. However, Huddersfield seem to have put their bogeys behind them when it comes to spending money that in the wrong way and not getting the right players in, losing the wrong players, and having the wrong manager. They seem to have done really well in the close season. I think this has been a really well planned, steady attack on what they want, where they want them, and the class of player that they're getting in is pretty decent for what they want to achieve. And looking forward, if they went up, you can see they can use those players again in the championship to try and build and push into the mid-table. So they have Huddersfield in second. Yeah, I can see that happening now, and I think that will be certainly something they'll be happy about. Especially seeing as I really didn't see it happening, guys, and I apologise to the Huddersfield fans. I really didn't think that you could change how you spend and who you get in quite so quickly and quite so precisely. And yeah, they proved me wrong. I'll put my hand up, guys. You really have proved me wrong. In first place, they've got Rotherham United. That's interesting. A, because it's my team. B, because the betting companies, they did have Rotherham second. They're now firmly, I think, putting them in third, and I think that's mainly because of the way that Steve Evans does his scattergun approach. I'm not quite sure, and we still aren't after the first couple of friendlies. Are they actually going to be able to play together? Just grabbing decent ex-League One champions and ex-League One top players and putting them in one team. Will they gel together straight away? Who knows? AI, and it is just AI, says that the style at least will work. AI says that the format that Steve Evans plays will work with those players. I look forward to seeing it. My only view, being a Rotherham fan, is that everyone's on a 2-year contract, and if we went up as champions, what do we do with their second year of contracts? Because they're all top League One players, not Championship players. And I know there's a lot of Rotherham fans that think exactly the same thing. So it is a bit of a bug. We have to think about the possibility of going up. Although I think we're really looking at top 10, but I think we'd be happy with first. So that's the AI piece done. Guys, please like and subscribe. Click the bell. However, there's a question for those of you who have stayed this long. I'm trying to get people to give me where you think who your club is, who you support. Give me where you think you're going to finish and where you would like to finish. So where you think you'll finish, or where you hope you'll finish, and where you'll think you'll finish. So where do you hope to finish? Where do you think you'll finish? How confident are you? And if I get enough people responding in the comments, I'll be able to do a bit of analysis on it. And I'd love to do a half hour on a live just to go through the different stats and how confident the different supporters are. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the players, is it? It's about us. It's about the fans. We want a good time. We want to support a team that's trying. Let me know in the comments, guys, and I want to come back to you because soon League One is going to be on us, and we'll be doing those lives and those live watch-alongs. See you later.